Found this article on Tucson Sentinel. Really long. I had to trim up some of it because obviously Paul Keel, the guy that wrote it, had a bit of a... He had something to say when it comes to world finance and installment loans, right? The article is titled 182% loan, installment lenders put borrowers in a world of hurt. And it mostly tells the story of Katrina Sutton. All right, and I would like to share with you the story of Katrina Sutton and what she had to endure because of, well, the decisions that she made. Goes like this. One day late last year, Katrina Sutton stood at a gas pump outside Atlanta and swiped her debit card. Insufficient funds. Oh, no. That couldn't be, though. She'd been careful to wait until her $270 paycheck from Walmart had hit her account. Oh, so you got all the makings here. Low-income person working for Walmart, right? She tried not to panic, but after she called her card company, she couldn't help it. Her funds had been frozen, she was told, by World Finance. You see, Sutton lives in Georgia, a state that has banned payday loans, like us. But World Finance is a billion-dollar company. Peddles installment loans.
Big business. John Justice.
Look at peddles installment loans. A product that often drives borrowers into a similar quagmire of debt. Installment loans can be deceptively expensive. Well, not really if you pay attention to what's written on the walls inside of the stores that you go into, whether it's installment loans or auto loans, right? World and its competitors push customers to renew their loans over and over again, transforming what the industry touts as a safe, responsible way to pay down debt into a kind of credit card with sky-high annual rates, sometimes more than 200%, when borrowers fall behind on payments. Calls to the customer's home and workplace, as well as to friends and relatives, are routine. Well, yeah, because they're trying to get their money back. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. Next come home visits. And as Sutton and many others have discovered, World's threats to sue its customers are often real. Well, yeah, because they want to get their money back. So you get back to this woman's story. Back in August of 2009, Sutton's 1997 Crown Victoria needed fixing. She was between paychecks, as she puts it. She said she happened to pass a World Finance storefront at a strip mall in Georgia. The neon sign advertised loans and mirrored windows assured privacy. She went inside. Now, let me just stop right here in the story and say, she drove by. She noticed the sign. She went into the parking lot. She opened the door and walked in on her own accord. There wasn't a World Finance individual outside, who corralled her in there and then shoved her through the open doors, put a gun to her head and said, take a loan. That would be illegal. All they did was advertise. The check, a credit card check showed my FICO score was 500 something. Sutton remembered, putting her credit worthiness at the bottom 25% of borrowers. Oh, but they didn't have any problem giving me a loan. She walked out with a check for $207. To pay it back, she agreed to make 7 monthly payments of $50 each for a total of $350. Let me reiterate. She took the loan. She agreed to make the payment. She signed the paperwork. The loan paper said the annual percentage rate, which includes interest fees as well, was 90%. Now, here I do have audio. So let me play you some audio. I have audio to go along with the story, all right? Here is Katrina Sutton in her own words.
My name is Katrina Sutton. I live in McDonough, Georgia. I took out a loan with World Finance Corporation. It started out just being like a loan to help me get some repairs done on my car. The first time I walked into that establishment, I got a check for $200. The initial payoff for that loan was $350. At the time when I walked in there, I did not pay attention to the finance charges or the annual percentage rate on the loan. As time went on, I looked at a lot of this stuff that they charge you for when you take out a loan, and you're basically paying more just to get the loan than to actually have the loan.
Why, you mean this company is trying to make money? What? Now look, I could provide this story some legitimacy if it was here to show you a good example of how people should use personal responsibility, but it's not. This whole story is crafted to demonize installment loan companies. When this woman's on audio, go, I didn't really pay attention to like the details of what it said I was gonna have to pay, and I wasn't really looking. I wasn't really paying attention to that. And then I found out that I got to pay more because they're trying to make... What? How in the heck did that happen? World requires its customers to pledge personal possessions as collateral that the company can seize if they don't pay. I didn't really think they'd do it. The riskier the client, the more items they were required to list, according to former employees. Sutton offered 2 of her family's televisions. Did her family know that? I don't know. My Uncle Merle's got a 19-inch color screen I can give you. It's an old picture, too, but I'm sure it's worth something. A DVD player, a PlayStation, and a computer. Together, they amounted to $1,600 in value, according to her contract. They also listed her car. As part of the loan, Sutton purchased credit card life insurance, credit disability insurance, automobile insurance, and non-recording insurance. She, like other borrowers that ProPublica interviewed, cannot tell you what any of them are for. They talk so fast when you get that loan, they go right through it. It's real gibberish. He's talking words, and there's a lot of big words that were used, and I didn't understand anything it was saying. I just signed it because they were going to give me a check. Goodness gracious. The insurance products protected World, not the borrower. Duh. If Sutton were to have died, become disabled, to total her car, the insurer would have owed World the unpaid portion of her loan. Together, the premiums for her $200 loan totaled $76 more than the loan's finance charges. Sutton's original loan contract required her to make 7 payments of $50, at which point her loan would have been fully paid off. All right. 751-1041. I have more audio clips coming up in regards to this.